Alright, well, I'm back today to do a review of the 1995 film Mallrats, the second film from Kevin Smith, his sophomore effort. And, man, what a film this is. Of course, 1994, Kevin Smith had directed the movie Clerks, and Clerks was a very huge success. That was with Miramax and Dimension. And Clerks was a huge hit among many audiences out there, and had really established Kevin Smith as a very good director, and a lot of people had put him up on a pedestal. And the basic premise for this movie is these two guys, one played by a early Jason Lee. They are dumped by their girlfriends, and then it basically takes you through a journey through the mall in order to get their girlfriends back. Eventually, they do through this game show at the end of the movie, and all sorts of stuff ensue throughout the movie in the mall. You've got Jay and Silent Bob coming back from Clerks. You've also got Willem Black coming from Clerks as well. A very different Willem Black. He's played this time by Ethan Suplee and not Scott Mosier. And basically, the way Kevin Smith described it was basically either an Elseworld version of Willem Black or just a totally different person, just sharing the same name. Basically, in like articles I've read, he's the same person. So I don't know. It could have just been a different. I don't really know, but he's in it. Like I said, played by Ethan Suplee this time, and not Scott Mosier. And other appearances, he's played by Scott Mosier, and he's basically he's different in physical appearance. He's much bigger and chubbier, and his personality is not quite as out there as in Clerks, and he's very much hot-tempered, which leads me to kind of believe that it's probably just a different person sharing the same name. And basically, his whole purpose is looking at this picture, and supposedly you're supposed to see a sailboat, and basically everyone but him seeing it, and it shows you that he's also a very hot-tempered person this time as well. So, this movie, Clerks, like I was talking about, was a huge success. And after a screening for the movie, a producer from Universal, I believe his name was Jim Jacks or something like that, he came to Kevin Smith with a proposition for a movie through Universal. And Kevin Smith, he took him up on the offer, and the basic idea for the movie was to make basically make Clerks in a mall, and the producer loved that idea, and then it kind of turned into basically being a Smart Porky's, and I think that hits the nail on the head as far as, to me, what this movie is. It's not the same subject matter as Porky's, but to me, it's a Smart Porky's, and, the basic reasoning from what the producer had said, he wanted to take the comedies like Porky's from the 80s and basically establish them and kind of modernize them for the 90s audiences. And I thought that was a very cool idea, and I very much see that throughout this movie. But, when this movie came out, it did not do well. And I think part of it had to do with the steam that Clerks had created. Clerks was such a huge hit and was such a huge hit with critics and audiences alike, that with a straight-ahead comedy like Mallrats is, which Clerks is a comedy as well, but I equate it as kind of a comedy drama. But Mallrats, to me, is a straight-ahead romantic comedy, and I don't think the critics really knew what to take of the film, and I think everyone was expecting Clerks all over again, and that was not what happened. But I mean, it's got a cult following, and I've watched it before, and I don't see nothing bad about this movie. I love this movie. The version I've seen, of course, is the extended edition from 2005, the 10th anniversary extended version, which I've never seen the theatrical version, so I don't know which one I like better. I don't think they're too entirely different. I think they're just a tad bit. I think some subplots are thrown in the extended version that's not present in the theatrical. Like there's an opening where the one of the main characters of the movie, T.S., is up on the roof with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's father, which is kind of the main antagonist of the film, basically he's holding this big ball, and I can't remember if it's for the mayor or the governor or what it is. It's just someone that's very big in the political stuff, and basically they're up on the roof, and he's talking, and T.S. is talking about this vacation and all, and basically she then puts herself into this game show that happens later in the movie and can't go on the vacation, and he gets mad about it, and eventually he gets this prop musket stuck in her hair, and then it's made out like he was trying to kill the mayor, and like the mayor's collarbone gets broken or something like that, and basically ruins the girl's father spinning. It ruins his whole political career. And, I mean, throughout, there's a whole subplot of where the media is basically pumping all of the whole thing with the gun up, basically making him out to be kind of a terrorist. And, it's very funny subplot throughout. And, I do want to talk about, of course, like I said, Jay and Silent Bob come back, played by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith, respectively. You've got Jason Mewes in this film almost did not play Jay. Universal Studios did not want Jason Mewes as Jay in the film. Originally, from what Kevin Smith said, that Universal wanted either Seth Green or Breckin Myers and as Jay, and from what I can tell, Seth Green was the one who was really looked at as being Jay for this movie. But eventually Jason Mewes had to go down, and he auditioned for his role, and it would have been very different, because to me, Jay and Silent Bob, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes own those roles, and I mean, they cannot be replaced. And it would have been very different, very, very different if Jason Mewes wouldn't have played Jay. But that almost didn't happen. But of course, he auditioned, and Universal really liked him, and he became Jay for the film. And of course, they're up to their usual exploits in this movie. It's Jay and Silent Bob, as always. And, I mean, it follows up like Animal House. The ending of it has, like, Where Are They Now? And I really like that. I really like they done that. I've saw the View Askewniverse movies all out of order. I saw Clerks first. I'm kind of a late bloomer when it comes to Kevin Smith. I'm just getting into his movies, but I've seen a lot of them, most of his films, actually. With the View Askewniverse, I watched Clerks first, then believe I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back after that, and then I think I watched Chasing Amy first. I can't remember. Before Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I can't remember, but I've seen, from the View Askewniverse, I've seen Clerks, this movie, of course, Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Clerks 2, and of course the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I haven't seen Dogma. of his regular movies, I've seen like Zack and Miri and Red State. I really enjoyed. I've enjoyed all of Kevin Smith's movies I've seen. I do know he's kind of a polarizing director among people, and some people think he's lost it now. But I liked the reboot, Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I really enjoyed it. I liked a lot of stuff in that film, well, especially when they like went back to like when they went to the mall and everything, and there's a musical cue from this movie. I do like that. I like all the cues to the other films, and in all of the View Askewniverse movies, I like when they kind of pay homage to all of the other movies throughout, and like when in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, when Dante and Randall is in that movie, I really enjoy that. I've also never seen the cartoon Jay and Silent Bob's Groovy Cartoon Movie or whatever it's called. I have seen the animated series, and I liked the animated series for what it was. Of course, when it was supposed to be aired on TV, of course, it was toned down a very good bit. But I still enjoyed the film. I thought the film was the cartoon was very, very good. I think like only 2 episodes aired, and those episodes were out of order. And then eventually they released the whole series. And like one of the episodes they aired was like part of it was cut out and all that, and it created quite a bit of confusion until you actually watched the episodes in order. But I give this movie a 10 out of 10 stars. Like I said, it was at the time it was not very well received. I don't think it made a lot of money either. I think it was pretty big bomb at the time. Kevin Smith, of course, bounced back with Chasing Amy in 1997, and so it was a year between this movie and Chasing Amy was released. And he bounced back with that movie. And I mean, I remember seeing a review. Roger Ebert said basically he had put Kevin Smith up on a pedestal after Clerks, and he said this movie just basically downed all bit of momentum he had. But he, of course, liked Chasing Amy a lot. And Chasing Amy, I think, went on to become Kevin Smith's favorite film. And I love Chasing Amy. It's a drama film. It's got some comedy and stuff in it, but it's much more of a drama than it is anything else. But I still enjoy it. It's a very well made film, and Kevin Smith, that's the one thing, he knows how to play with people's emotions. He can write a lot of very emotional stuff in his films, especially with the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie. I mean, the whole thing with Jay having a daughter and all that. I mean, he played with the emotions a whole lot throughout that movie, which I like. He's a great writer and director, and really gets what he wants out of all the actors he has. And he uses, of course, a lot of the same actors, like Jason Lee, who's in this movie. He's used a lot. Joey Lauren Adams, he uses a whole lot. Shannon Doherty has reappeared. She was in Jay and Silent Bob Striking Back, and Scream parody with Wes Craven, of course, which was awesome to see him in it. And like I said, he bounced back with Chasing Amy, and go on pretty much have great reception up until the last several films he's done. Tusk and Yoga Hosers, I don't think did very good. I haven't never seen Jersey Girl, or Tusk, or Yoga Hosers, or Dogma. Those are 4 I've never seen, and I've never seen the cartoon film as well. But I believe I've seen all the rest of his films pretty much. I've liked all of them from what I've seen. Red State was awesome. I thought Red State was a really cool film. But also going back to Roger Ebert thing, I think he gave like a very low rating as well. Like 1.5 stars or something like that. It was very low rating. But all the other movies that I've seen, he gave him pretty good ratings on the film. But I mean, that's critics. I mean, whether you like the movie or not, that's your opinion. I mean, everyone's opinion is different, and that's what makes everyone special. I mean, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Talked about the whole Will and Black thing. Scott Moser's in Clerks, and then Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. But Ethan Suplee was in this as Will and Black. Maybe a different Will and Black, and maybe the same person, and just a kind of a weird thing. I don't know. But yeah, I give this movie a 10 out of 10 stars. I like this movie a lot. One of my favorite Kevin Smith movies. I watched it the other day once again. I don't have the DVD, but I am going to purchase that pretty soon. I'm going to get the 10th anniversary DVD, which has the extended edition as well. I believe it has the theatrical edition as well. But this has been another episode in my YouTube reviews. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Spread the word. Share my videos, please. And I'll be back up with some videos here pretty soon. I have some kind of on the back burner right now. I have some that I've recorded previously that I've kind of put back, and I'm going to release them very slowly and put them out there. But I want to get my views up on my videos, get some more subscribers, and just when you watch it, comment, like, subscribe. Just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think I could do better. Then next couple reviews, this one and another one I've recorded, they're probably going to be more standard reviews, so not as much editing involved as in the other reviews I've put up, but it's still going to have some different things here and there. But hope you enjoyed this review. Like, comment, subscribe. I totally recommend this movie. If you can find it, go watch it. It's awesome. And thank you all so much. And whenever you hear this review, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.